right. Hey guys,
We're back.
we're back. Hi.
Welcome
It's
to
us.
welcome to the broiest episode you probably had, huh?
Yes.
This is gonna be the testosterone
God.
What a
podcast.
beautiful way to start our new season.
Yeah, new season. It's us, hosted by me, Tommaso, and this
Aladdin.
motherfucker
Yeah, we got
here.
new comics.
Yeah, new comics, new guests. So we have Bruno
Introduce
from
yourselves,
Peru
guys. Just-
Hello, I'm
and
Bruno.
Ludwig from Swiss, right?
Switzerland and Germany. Come on,
Oh,
more
Best
countries.
countries
Double
ever.
trouble.
Yes.
that's amazing.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Amazing.
How's life?
Good.
Good.
Life is good.
Look-
Summer's here.
You
We're
made
spending it all inside recording podcasts.
Actually, not today. We used the summer. We were sitting at the spree, like right around the corner here, no?
Oh, yeah.
And just like have you ever been where the Humboldt Museum is? The Humboldt Forum.
The museum
Oh, yeah.
incel.
Directly like they have like a nice area outside with like chairs that are just there for everyone to use, and we just went there, sat there shirtless, and then like the tourist boats came by and we're like, I don't think that's a good place to be shirtless.
Shirtless in black jeans.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. it looked like we just came from a meeting and we're like, you know what, let's just have the 2 minutes before we head back
You
inside.
took your shirt off in the middle of
Yeah.
Berlin to
we, looked like we were next to a river, right? But it looked like we were still awake from after a rave. You know? 'Cause we were just like shirtless. There were like these chairs. And we were like, it was summer, you know?
We just did 7 spots in a day, man. That's the only thing we did.
He has 5. He has
you-
5.
and you can also see like everyone, because we were sitting perfectly dead center in front of it, everyone wanted to take a picture of the building, but was
You're
like,
just ruining it.
yeah. We're just like on like at least 25 families' photos of that museum. Where
And 2
they're like,
Asians.
why are you guys here? Yeah.
At some point, the bus parked, and we were like being total bros. I forget what we were talking about, but it's just a bus full of tourists, and we're like, yeah, this fucking,
hop on, hop off bus. They're like, what the fuck?
yeah.
We're like, yeah, that's Berlin. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys made it very punctual too. You're so German, like 2:30.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Especially because this guy slept on a bus.
No, so
In
I
a
slept
bus.
on the bus on the way to Dresden.
Flixbus or
I went to Dresden
Is
via
there any other
Flixbus,
bus?
yeah.
but then I returned via train because I'm moving up in the world. I'm now a Deutsche
Train?
Bahn comedian, dude. I'm not
Whoa.
no longer a Flixbus comedian. I took
Wow.
a
Deutsche Bahn comedian, man.
Deutsche Bahn
That's
First
the
class
next level.
or
no.
What is a first class?
Calm your tits. Like, come
Hey,
on.
this is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, slow down.
Also, let's not pretend like the first class is a lot more class than the regular
Some
one.
not
Yeah,
so
that's
much
true.
different,
Yeah,
right?
that's
It's
so
just the
much
chairs
different.
look more.
Did you ever
comfy,
try the
but-
first class? Because he
By
worked for
mistake.
Deutsche Bahn, so I'm like,
I tried it once
Oh.
by mistake.
Did you?
By
I thought that
mistake.
was like the second class.
you
I just sat
fucking
there, I was like-
fancy guy, like, oh, this is a
I didn't know. I didn't
second
speak
class.
German, all right?
No,
Like
but
I was
it's
just
one of those things. It's one of those things that you go to first class because there's no real block. So you go,
Yeah.
and then somebody tells you it's not, and you're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then you move to
Yeah,
second
exactly,
class.
that's what
That's fine.
happened.
Oh my god.
It's one of those things that they don't fine you. I mean, don't trust me on this, but I don't think they fine you if you're like, "Oh, I didn't know," and then you just move
Oh.
because it's
Oh shit! I had
yeah.
a friend who bought the ticket on Telegram for a train.
okay.
Why would you do that?
Not
got-
sketchy
I
at all.
understood. We got
Did
punked.
I don't
Not
know
sketchy
how,
at all. I
how
could
did,
do
but he
that.
got like first class and they check him and
Wow.
everything was fine.
Oh, it
For
was a real ticket.
Yeah, it was a real ticket. He bought it on Telegram.
Send
They
me the link.
generated the QR code. I think I don't know how they
Mm,
do it.
wow.
That's amazing, man. Like 40
Some
euros.
gangster.
The
Probably.
most surprising thing is he didn't get scammed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like
And also, like, how, like, why? Why are you like, you know what? Let's just gamble on the ticket that I could just buy online. Let me just.
Imagine
Dude.
the Telegram group. It's like cocaine,
Yeah.
weed, ecstasy,
Deutsche Bahn tickets.
And then you
Greatest
just,
Telegram group.
does anybody want crack? No, I really want to visit my mother. So if any of you could help me with that, that would be amazing.
In Lichten something.
I got 90% pure cocaine and first class tickets.
Deutsche Bahn.
and
What do you
people
want,
like,
brother?
That checks out. That checks
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah,
actually.
yeah.
If you have cocaine, you have to be in first class.
But dude, I mean, if you look at the ticket prices, they're like 200. Like, I mean, I
Yes.
would go on Telegram. I would not want to like.
It's ridiculous.
Right now, if you see a Flixbus that's like 5 hours and a train that's 3 hours,
Yeah.
the Flixbus is going to arrive faster. Because the train,
Yeah.
you can assume it's going to be
Yeah.
late.
True.
Yeah,
Remember when we
definitely,
did
man.
one time we did a show at Leipzig and we were going to leave at like midnight and get
Oh,
to Berlin at like
wow.
3 in the morning?
Impossible.
The train arrived at like 2:30 a.m. or something like that. Maybe 3.
Supposedly it was 12 or before.
Well, it's supposed to be 12.
Like
2 hours delayed. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
And then the Flixbus is always. I think there's 2 ways to go about it. I think if you want to work, I think Deutsche Bahn is better because you most of the time you get a table, so that's good. But if you want to sleep, nothing beats a Flixbus. You go to you decline, you put your feet on these little
It's your
things.
neighbor.
I'm set up to sleep anywhere.
Who is the goat of sleeping?
If
You
you,
can
if
sleep
you guys
anywhere.
need some advice, I'm equipped
This
to
is
just fall asleep
the
anywhere.
goat. This
How
is
do
the
you do
Cristiano
this?
Ronaldo of naps.
I have
Yeah, what the-
wax, earplugs,
Okay.
and a sleeping mask.
Oh my god.
Man, you think I'm traveling first class at Deutsche the way I'm just
That's the
laying there.
intro course, by the way, because he also knows how to do box breathing, dude.
How is that? What is a
What?
box
What?
breathing?
No,
What's that?
What Navy the SEALs do that to fall asleep in a war zone, which kind of is like a Flixbus.
Can you do it?
This is the goat of sleeping right here.
How do you- how do you
How does it
go-
work?
It's like you take 4 breaths. You inhale for 4 seconds, then you hold. Exactly.
Never
See-
tour with this man, dude.
See,
I snore. Did I mention I snore?
This is no so
e-
bad.
even when you fake to sleep, you snore. That's how bad it is.
Dude, I have a
If
problem.
we ever tour together, we're sitting on different
Yeah.
rows.
Yeah.
Right?
Different buses. This is.
He has wax in his ears, so it's good.
Yeah, that's
You can't
exactly
hear
why I
it.
have it. I don't have the regular ones because they don't suppress enough Arabic TikToks for me to travel.
The first few times that we went we went outside of Berlin to do shows, I would make fun of him. I would see the wax and whatever, and then he would arrive so fresh. And one day I tried it, and I remember you weren't even there. I just bought him a DM, and I tried it, and it was beautiful because it felt like you're the Buddha in the middle of a crack.
Oh yeah.
And,
Wow.
in the middle of a crack, then
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
Viking flixbuses. You're like,
Oh my God.
I can't hear anything, I can't see anything.
You just you
So
have
at
no,
peace.
Yeah,
you have no more senses, and then you put the AC directly on your face, and you're just like, this is beautiful. The goal is to not wake up,
And you don't
because then
even-
you wake up rested and you see everything in 4K, and you're like, oh no.
you can't even notice that there's a 15-year-old giving birth in the middle of a flixbus. That's the
It's like
poor life.
the Simba scene. It's a boy. It's a woman. You're like,
And a bunch of we also the supermodel phenomenon in flixbus is also a thing.
this is impeccable.
Why?
This is the Dresden phenomenon.
Every time we go to Dresden, because one of the stereotypes or the kind of the myths about touring is you go to different towns, you hook up with someone in a different town. Every time we go to a show, people leave right after the show. As soon as the show's over,
Hey, wait there! I want to hook up with
I
your
wanna
mother.
fuck. But what we always get is every time we go on the Flixbus, every time we walk into a Flixbus, we just see models.
Without
Dresden?
fail.
Are you sure?
And
you're in
Without
Dresden?
fail. It is you have I don't know what it is,
In
but
Dresden.
just just going there and especially going back because most
Okay.
buses stop at the airport. Man, you go there, you take the late night bus back to Berlin, and you're like, well, I guess I'm taking Flixbus forever now. I think this is
So many models on Flixbus.
Trust me.
Sounds like a dream.
Honest, no, it's a nightmare because you can't just harass people in the bus. So
Ah.
you're just you're so close and yet so far, and then you go to Dresden. If you're watching this and you're a Dresden audience member, we love you.
We love you.
You
Yeah.
are a model, but there's levels to this, and
You're not on the inside.
You're a model not at the airport. They're just going to the airport.
you're a Dresden A&O model,
Yeah.
and those are Flixbus models, which is a different tier.
Christmas models. That's
It's
such a
crazy. It's crazy because I feel like that's the one place that if you hit on someone, it's harassment.
Oh, for sure.
yeah, definitely.
You can't
In a
But
Flixbus.
is there a bathroom right inside Flixbus?
Yeah.
But
Can you shit? Can you take a shit in the Flixbus?
that's a good question.
I never have.
That's a good question.
I never have, and I hope I never will.
But someone.
You
someone-
can.
Did someone?
You can.
You can? Yeah. Okay.
You
Take
can.
his word.
You
He can.
Hey.
He can. You can.
Listen. It's not the kind of thing where you're like, oh, I'm volunteering, but it's the without
Ludwig, that
That's
place is
his
so
music.
small.
Shit music. It's like.
That place is so small that when you want to pee, this is how you balance yourself. I imagine Ludwig.
You definitely do the
He goes
box.
on a bump.
But do you remove your air plugs when you go to shit, or is
No.
Honestly,
Why would I want the full audio experience? No,
How do you wipe?
I'll put them in. That's how the earplugs got started.
This is how you test if somebody really loves doing comedy. If he shits on a flixbus to
That's
do a
funny.
gig, that's commitment.
Yeah, that's commitment, yeah.
That's not
Definitely,
something anyone would do.
It's also it's not
With
like
the models. With the models.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also the.
it's also like you're not volunteering. Like this is one of those things where it's just literally nature. You're sitting there and you're like, this is happening.
This is me now.
The fight. No. Like in your seat as you're about to
Oh,
go
okay.
down, you're like, the fight is over. This is still a 1 hour ride, and we're not gonna make it. And you just kind of mentally prepare for 20 seconds. You're like, okay, I guess this is. And you come back a different man. You're like, you come back to your seat, and you're like, things changed.
But
It's like you went to the military. Like,
I think you find a different gear though, because you will do anything to avoid using a Flixbus toilet. So it's like you think
Yeah.
you think
Yeah, this is
you
the last
can
option, yeah.
you think you can only hold it for 1 hour, but when you're on a Flixbus, you find the second wind. You hold it for like 2.5, and then you're like, okay, I'm going.
And then you just have like one tear down your face as you're walking down there, like, hey, sir, what are you doing? I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, and they're like, no, please don't do it. I'm like,
Everyone looks at you.
gotta do what I gotta do.
yeah.
Everyone looks at you like a lost soldier. You know, like hey.
Yeah, I made it.
It's
Yeah.
brought to you by Flixbus.
Yeah.
Fuck Deutsche Bahn. I work there.
Oh man,
It's the best that we all hate on Flixbus, but we would be screwed without it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
we couldn't tour without Flixbus.
I'm heading.
Flix train though.
That's
That's a new thing?
yeah.
Oh,
that's
Flix
right.
train
So
is
cheap.
superior,
So
bro.
cheap? Oh, shit.
But I heard that the Deutsche Bahn is trying to like repair all the tracks or some shit.
Yeah. They're trying to be better, man. They're trying to, but people don't acknowledge that. Like, dude, I went to Spain. If I see a Spanish person complain to me about Deutsche Bahn, fucking punch them in the face, dude. Spain is shitty. Like, dude.
Every time I used to make fun of people were making fun of German trains, I would tell, especially all my immigrants from South America, I was like,
Yeah, you don't have trains
we don't
there.
have trains. Like this
Yeah.
is like, what are you like? Yeah, they're late, but they don't exist.
There's
Our trains are always on time because they're never there. You know,
never
like,
there, yeah.
No, it's
People are late.
I mean, Switzerland's trains.
oh,
that's the place to be.
I lived in Switzerland for a year, and Switzerland is what people say Germany is. Everything's on time.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Everything
I agree.
works properly. It's all smooth.
Shout out to the Swiss. Yeah,
Shout out to the Swiss. Why are you guys so boring though?
so efficient and
Yeah, so boring.
That's the
Boring.
thing. If you wanna, if you, this is the cost of perfection. It just sucks.
sucks the life out of you.
It's too like you. There's nothing to complain about. What are you gonna
Yeah.
complain about in Switzerland, dude? Your
Mm,
10% taxes are too high. Like you're
That's,
working.
but you lived there for a
mean-
year. How was that?
Oh, so boring.
What did you do?
where in Zurich?
I did my master's there in St. Gallen.
Oh, smart guy. All right.
I don't know.
It's
Maybe
about the
I'm-
money.
I don't
man.
know.
You're German.
Motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
This
I mean,
guy.
yeah,
I mean,
he's
that
not smart.
For the next 10 years.
I got negative net worth, man.
Yeah, year could just could destroy your life. man. Wow.
I would have honestly, I would have loved to stay there if they had stand up, but they don't.
They have a stand-up
There's
in
Swiss
Zurich,
comedians.
It's tiny, man.
No? It's tiny?
Yeah.
It's tiny?
Pays well, but
They
it's
got
I
like
mean, it pays well. Like,
four shows,
I've been there.
no, I didn't. I
no?
wanted to go, but
Okay.
I never
like
did.
4 shows a week, maybe or something like that.
Mm.
We got like what 4 a night or
yeah,
more.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's a lot of opportunities.
Shit.
Yeah,
The place to be, baby.
the place to be. Never been. Have you been?
Yeah, I've been to Zurich. My sister lives there.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice place. For
Oh.
families, it's perfect. Like, she has a family, so I guess it's nice. I don't know.
Nice.
I
You're the
mean,
black sheep of the family, no?
Yeah, I'm a black
Yeah.
sheep of the family, yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, shit, man.
Your dad has abs too, which is wild. Tomaso showed me a picture of his dad.
Yeah, that's
He's
what I do
fucking
to
hot.
people usually. Like, look at my dad. You can
Yeah.
invest in my
Yeah.
dad, man. Like,
His dad looks like
Dude.
what we are working to look like. You know,
I gave up. I'm no longer working out.
Dude,
no.
I got a hernia almost, I think,
Oh.
self-diagnosed. I don't go to doctors. I don't believe in medical professions anymore.
Dude,
So
edit a picture of your dad into the podcast. I'm telling you, this is.
Yeah, we want to have my dad in the next episodes.
Bro,
Dude,
nice.
Because he
Views
has
are
the
gonna go up.
most Italian accent ever. Like, he's so
He
strong.
looks like George Clooney with long hair, dude.
Ah, that's good.
Can we have him shirtless?
Oh, dude, you will go
Yeah.
viral, bro. It's
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Sex sells nowadays.
Tomaso, and everyone wants to fuck his dad. Dude.
But
Imagine like the contrast of Tomaso and his dad just with abs.
Dude, but
And Tomaso like, Mama, mia.
It's all in Italian. Let's do it all
Like
in
my-
Italian.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. But why can't you work out if you have that thing that you just
Yeah,
talked about?
it's do you guys know what a hernia is?
I have.
Yeah.
It's when like
I thought it was in the back, no?
no, it's when you're.
Fucking not
This is
that.
gonna be amazing. If your intestines spill through your abdominal muscles because there's like a hole, and then they come out, and then it's not even a problem because you can just push them back in.
Did you push it back in?
I went to a doctor
He
and
pushed?
and no, yeah, the first pushed, and he was like. First of all, I love going to doctors in Berlin because 1 out of 3 doctors is an actual doctor, and the other 2 are just guys in coats. And the first one I went to, I kind of was like, "All right, hey man, I think I got a hernia," and he was like, "Yeah, I think so too." It's like, okay, that's. Are there any second steps to this, or is this what?
Where do we
I-
go from here?
yeah. I was like, that's how far I got. I don't know. Like, is there anything we can do about it? And he was like, I don't know. And I already had a hernia, so I told him, I was like, should we do an
Oh.
do an ultrasound? Because that's what the last guy did. And he was like, that's a great idea. I was like, what the hell?
Are you looking for a job?
Yeah, I'm like,
Nice guess. 10 points.
I'm at a point now where I argue with doctors like
Oh
I'm
my
a doctor. I'm like, I don't think you're right. And he's like, I studied this. I'm like, did you though? Did you?
Anti-vaxxer, but pro hernia or something.
Yeah, and then I went to a real one. He was like, it's not like a like
a real one. Yeah.
not like a real one, but like the stage right before it. So he was like, yeah, you can't do anything about it. You just gotta wait till it breaks. And I'm like, that doesn't.
God.
Yeah, and I was like, can I do anything? He's like, no. And I walked outside the clinic and I looked it up. You can totally do something about it, like 90% healing rate. If
What
you
the
just,
fuck?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I think I stopped going to doctors in Berlin because I'm like,
God, man. I saw on Reddit like guys complaining about doctors and saying like, by the way, I went to the doctor like 10 times. I said to the doctor, I feel bad. And the doctor went, no, just get some rest, drink some tea. Turns out they had cancer. These people. and they're like, fuck, you know.
What
and
an ending. It's a plot twist.
And that is why there's no old people in Berlin. I thought it was because young people kept moving in, but
it's like a natural
Just medicine's
selection.
bad, like,
Yeah,
they
it's
just let you die, dude. They're like, this place has to be forever young. So you just
it's just
Oh my
young and hot people
Yeah.
and everyone who's not genetically superior. Yeah, just have some tea.
Yeah.
I think it is a stage for cancer. Yeah, just tea,
Shit your
man.
cancer out.
Yeah. Rest, brother.
But I had the same issue to the doctor I went to because I had throat pain for like 2 weeks. So I,
Cancer.
I called my mom. I was like, because that's what
you were
Italian.
like, ciao, mama.
That's what Italians do, you know. Like my mom, she's not even.
Well, no.
She's not
Say,
even.
how would you say, if you call your mom, how would you say?
Pronto.
Pronto.
No, you.
Pronto, mamma, come stai? You know, like this.
I had
come
an
stai?
Italian flatmate back in the day, and like she would always call her mom and just be like, "Ciao, mama," and I would just laugh.
Ciao, mama.
Every time I saw she was gonna talk to her mom, I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Just Italians talking to her mothers.
Isn't it ciao for bye?
You can
Or
also say
hi.
to
Or
hi.
hi too.
Hi, yeah, same. Yeah.
Ah,
So I
mama.
I call my mom. I'm like, I go, mom, I have.
How did you go?
I go, mama. Fucking hell.
Loves
I have. I have throat pain, and she goes like, "Oh my god, that might be streptococcus." I'm like, "What the fuck is that? I don't fucking know."
Your mama went, Mamma mia.
That's actually good because so she goes like, go to the doctor.
Do it
I
a
go to
bit.
the doctor, and the doctor, I really, this is a true story. I step into the room, and the doctor goes like, how many days you want? And I didn't say anything. It was like, so 3 days.
How much?
I didn't know I could choose how many days I want, to be honest.
I want to be better.
like,
Do you also have that?
The doctor didn't believe you were sick, so he was like,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
waste my time. Just how many days?
yeah, how many days? I was like,
To live?
I mean, how many days I have left?
Yeah. How many days you got? 4? Well, then you got to come back in 4.
You think they tell it to the cancer patients?
Yeah.
Yeah, get some rest.
You don't draw a number. It's just like, how many days, guys? 4? Anybody beats 4? 2. All right, you're next.
Yeah, then it was like, doctor, you should check me. Like, I might have fucking streptococcus. And he goes like, 9. Just get some rest. I was like, all right. Then I went, yeah, that's the end of the story. There's nothing more about it.
He actually was right.
I was like, it was right.
No, but
And
that's
now-
the thing. They're always right because either they're right or you die, and then you
exactly.
can't
It's like,
complain. So
for
it's
them,
like,
it's
Either it goes by itself or you die.
it's a win-win.
It's a win-win, yeah.
That's my mother's like that. She's just like yeah, just wait 2 weeks. I'm like, that's a long time for anything to happen. Like, I don't know if I should wait 2 weeks. And she's like, yeah, just give it some time. And exactly that. That's what I told her as well.
Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely gone after 2 weeks. It's either with me or the sickness. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely resolved.
It's also
Yeah, it's-
doctor appointments. Like you find a doctor appointment in 6 months for an eye or something. You're like, I can't like
This is
survive till next week. Like 6 months is a long fucking
uh,
time, guys.
Yeah.
I'm epileptic, like I have epilepsy, and
Oh, shit.
if I take pills, it's fine.
Okay.
But when I moved to Germany,
your pill before the podcast?
yeah, always it's
Okay.
easy. But I went to get it diagnosed again so I could get pills in Germany. And when I went, I took the test or whatever, all good. The doctor told me, like it took me like months to get the fucking
Damn.
test, and
That's- yeah.
and I go and the doctor's like, yeah, it looks like there's some abnormalities here. You should take a test again. In like a bunch of months, and then we'll know, because if the test comes out positive, you can't drive. And I'm like, is it gonna change anything in the treatment? Are you gonna
Like-
fix me? Like,
It's just for driving
she's like, no, you should take the test again so that we can take your license. And I was like, this is, I'm definitely not taking this test again. And
What the fuck, man?
she was just like, look, if you take it, we can't help you anyway, but at least you lose your license. And I was like, this sounds like a great win. I just fucking wait 5 months. I
And
can't.
you did a test again?
No, fuck no.
Fuck that.
Yeah, because why do you want to
would you do
support
that?
road safety, Bruno? That would be crazy.
I don't drive, bro. I don't drive, but I don't want to not be able to drive.
Can you scooch over a bit? I'm so incredibly uncomfortable. Thank you. Oh, this is what it feels like to sit like a normal. For the first half of this episode, I look like I have epilepsy. Hey guys, this is just.
That's so
A
insensitive.
lot of people told
I
us.
know
at
this
the-
is
in
not.
the-
This is insensitive. I'm sorry, brother.
This is so insensitive.
Yeah.
That's my teeth. It's just
This is. I'm sorry. This is gonna get me cancelled.
the toxic masculinity podcast.
No,
Yeah.
we never had two. No, we had Andre and Devansh. We had two guys before.
Yeah,
but
those
that
are-
was.
Those are some conservative men.
Well, you're two
That was
guys, but you
conservative.
didn't have two men.
What's up,
We're
Devansh?
doing it now.
They're
See,
the only
that's
brown
it.
boy in town, dude. I'm the best Indian in Berlin. What are you talking
Yes,
about?
someone told us. Someone told us that the way that we're doing the camera is that we're showing like the people dicks are being shown so much in the camera, and we're like, I'm not sure now. I'm like, guys, hide your
You should have
dicks.
told me. I would have brought a banana.
And mine is also dirty. Like I have just stuff in my pants. Like.
Hey,
Thank you for saying it, though.
I'm putting my leg
Yeah.
like this, so it's like
Hey, it's not a camera effect. It is this huge.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
To all the 0 women that listen to this podcast.
We had
Yeah,
one, and now
we
it's
have,
gone.
we have like 8 people, like 8 female.
Really?
No, you
Yeah.
got 8 listeners and 0 female.
And 2 of them are you checking if the audio works on the recording.
Hey, we have non-binary listeners on.
Yeah, we have
on
non-binary on
Spotify.
Spotify.
Like Herakli or
No, no.
Is it Rockland on by? Oh, this is.
I think it was
We should
probably.
not shit.
No, he's
I
my
don't
boy,
know.
but I think or was he? Maybe I'm like I don't remember it actually.
Did he ever prove it though?
Can you send a pic? No.
Of what?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Everyone's like, no, cancel.
Actually, I was just thinking, how did you guys meet? Like,
Yeah.
like I know in comedy, right? But
Yeah,
what was
I think
the
we
first
met
time you-
at
I remember the first time we
the show you ran at what is the name of it? Was it
at Hermann Schulz Cafe.
Hermann Schulz Cafe?
The first.
Hermann Schulz.
Hermann
Cafe?
Schulz.
Wow,
Cool
man,
show.
that was a rough one. Whew.
So I used to run, or like the first show I ran was just called. I mean, the page is still called that, but Sorry Not Sorry Comedy.
Oh yeah.
That was the name of the show,
Yeah.
and it was at a small cafe that, if it was packed, it fit 17 people in the room, and that was like uncomfortable 17.
Oh yeah.
And so
Okay.
I was running an open mic there for like 6-ish months.
Nice.
And
Nice.
yeah, I think I booked Louis a couple of times there. But I would say the first time we like hung out was at Miss Liska. One time
Where?
Sounds like a name for.
it was
It's
us,
a bar.
Eunice, Leah, and I don't remember who else, but I think that was the first time we were like actually talking.
Hanging out.
Yeah, because it is weird that now we're like super close, but at some point we were just like,
Colleagues, acquaintances.
but not even like we barely spoke, you know?
Yeah. I think that's the begin. It's hard because the lines are so blurry with
Yeah.
anyone in comedy
Yeah.
because you don't really realize that they're doing comedy as well until you've been doing it for a while. I mean, now it's different because now other people are starting, but if you're starting as well, everyone's new for so long that by the time you're actually knowing people, you're almost 6 months in, and you're like, oh, those people are around and they want to stay, and then you actually talk to people after the shows.
Yeah, I think we vibed a lot because of that, because we were like always
the
signing
new
up to
guys.
everything.
The new guys on the block.
New guys, but also like very. I think we both had workaholic energy, and like not not everyone did, and I think we kind of bonded over.
Doing a
you
lot of
guys,
shows.
You're very active. Like you have, I feel like you're very
Actually, I want to
committed
ask,
to
what,
work.
what was your longest break from comedy?
Yeah.
From when you started?
Like 2 weeks when I went to Peru once.
2 weeks.
What?
I think
Oh
for
my
me it's
God.
like 7-8 days.
7, 8. Oh my god.
Fuck me.
And the last 3 years, right? 3 years.
3 years now.
Years.
I'm at like 3 years and a month or so.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's,
man.
my longest
Yeah.
break was a
That's
year.
crazy.
29 years.
That's, yeah, because maybe we didn't say, but now you have a podcast. We can.
Yeah, almost good people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, check
We,
it out.
we just realized that we're on season 2 because the boys told us that there's that one season is 5 episodes and we have like 28 already recorded. So in theory, season 1 just ended and season 3 just got finished shooting. So really, we're on to season 4 right now. The reviews are not in. Our 3rd episode has currently 0 views on YouTube.
We're doing the office thing,
Well,
you know.
yeah,
We
I
have
feel
5 episodes for one season.
I
and
feel like
then
we
we're-
have more episodes
Yeah,
than
yeah.
we have viewers.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
have way more episodes than us. Yeah.
But like cumulated, like all of our viewers combined over all episodes are less than the episodes we have.
All right.
That's how-
okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot of math.
I'm not doing math in my head.
Actually, we're killing it. Actually,
Percentage wise, listen, you gotta run the numbers back, guys, and then they're looking
Yeah.
greenish.
we're actually solid, but no, we just recorded a lot and underestimated the amount of work it took to actually like set up all the accounts. And we just kept recording.
Where do you store all this data?
Louis has
Tera.
Drive Premium.
Yeah,
100
computer. I pay for
terabytes.
like 2 drives. I
Two
pay
drive.
for Google Drive and for
iCloud.
iCloud. Yeah,
5 tears?
2
Two
terabytes.
years, yeah.
2
each.
terabytes
Each.
each. Wow.
my
But
God. But how did you come out with the podcast idea? Like, I mean,
Yeah. So
you were like
So-
vibing a lot because our story is like we were just high and that's how it started.
high
Yeah.
How are you like?
on life.
I think we took the workaholic route.
yeah, I think
Well,
we,
like it's time for content now. What is
Yeah.
a good way and what is authentic? And we're like, let's do a podcast.
That's
That's
like
it, that's
nice German accent.
Thank you. Yeah.
it's almost like he's German.
It's almost like I lived here 25 years. I know.
It's almost like that's how he used to speak.
No, but like the German, the English speaking.
The English speaking
What are you
German
talking
accent.
about?
Kind of hard.
What are you talking about?
Is that
You
your
sound like
accent?
Arnold
bad.
Schwarzenegger.
What?
Shorts what?
Schwarzenegger.
Schwartz?
That's a good way of avoiding it.
Yeah, you just drop the end.
Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a good way to avoid it.
I
Smart.
think all Germans do that now. Like they're
Yeah.
like scared. I don't want to do this. I don't know.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think our idea was like we want to do some content to promote our comedy,
Yeah.
but like crowd work and things like that didn't really feel like us. So we were like, what's it like? We always make each other laugh, so let's just record that and kind of. I think at first we just wanted to do like I remember we were like we just wanted to do a couple of episodes during the summer because we were like yeah, there's not that many shows, so we recorded 2 in Louis' balcony
Nice.
with like terrible setup, terrible audio.
Wow, with one mic that we passed back and
Oh,
forth.
shit.
Really?
That was not good. Yeah, that was not good.
And so we recorded like
harsh.
3 episodes that were terrible, and we just deleted them. But we just got into the rhythm of things. And then honestly, before we knew it, it was just going right.
Yeah, I think that's how it started. It was like it could be funny if it's just us on the balcony
Yeah.
hanging out, talking stuff. And it was never intended as like a full podcast. It was more
Yeah.
like if we talk for 2 hours and if we have some funny moments,
Yeah,
we'll
funny
just clip
takes,
them.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it kind of spiraled into, oh, let's just sit at the office. Let's do it that way. And then we like that, and it kind of grew into this. And so we kind of by like episode 10, we kind of were like, oh, actually, let's make this like a solid thing.
And also, it's so good for bits. I think both me
Yeah.
and Louis realized. I think by episode 4 or 5, we were like, "Oh, I can do this on stage. I can do that on stage."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's I think we always bro out about like systems in terms of like what's a way that you can like consistently get better as a comedian. And one of the things that you kind of need is content, right? But another thing that you need is to have a space to
Yeah.
be funny and make your friends laugh and things like that. And a podcast, just that. It's literally the format is I have things I thought about that I think are funny, and I
Yeah.
tell Louis, and then Louis has a list of things he thinks are funny, and he tells me about them. That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I also think like the clips are really good. Yeah, I watch them and really funny.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Thank you,
it's
guys.
nice. Like it's really similar to
Yeah.
our ideas, I will say. Yeah.
It's like Korean.
This is the
that's
Gen Z
correct.
heart.
Or the Gen Z heart.
Oh,
I
this
thought it was
I
Korean
thought
or
you were doing like an
Japanese.
Italian thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
mamma mia.
Mamma mia, that was so nice of you. Thank you.
No,
So
this is,
nice.
What is
What
this
is this?
one? This is a stupid, no? No,
it's
this is
more
a
like what the fuck are you saying?
This-
No?
I do-
It's more like what the fuck are you
yeah,
saying?
but it always has a release, man. Italians, you guys are amazing at that. Like,
But I don't do it so much. I don't do it so much.
you should.
I love it though. I was dating a girl from Italy for a while, and then you just take over the gestures because there's so much. If you
Yeah.
articulate yourself, suddenly, like, no, it's like basta, no?
Yeah, basta.
Ah, basta.
Yeah.
And then I said it to her, and she was like, "It's getting better."
It's getting better. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Osmosis, you're getting
The
there.
beautiful thing is when you are surrounded by Italians, you just do it too.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
ever happened to you, but when
It's
I'm
the
with like
vibe.
3 Italians,
But in Peru, they don't do that. They don't. You don't use it in South America.
a little bit, not
gestures?
as much as you guys. You guys are like it's second
Yeah.
nature. We
I like to see people like talking on the phone and using the hand. That's
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
funniest thing for me.
No one sees you. Yeah, you're just
Like,
like.
you're just doing.
What do you do?
so like in Peru you'll do it for like a specific phrases,
Like what?
All right.
like fuck off, like
It's just like
It's just
checking
like
off.
you just-
No, that's another
checking
one.
off.
That
Shooting,
one's not
shooting.
bad.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on.
That's the way.
hey, give me,
What are you doing? I just take a while. Yeah. I just back. Camera went out, but it's not a problem because we are professionals. We're talking about Italian hand
Did not rent the
gestures.
camera.
compared to
Dude,
Peruvians.
talk about Italians and that's what happened.
No, it's Italians and they quit on
Italian
stuff.
guy.
Huh? That's what's
I
up.
just put the thing on the camera and it just
And the camera turned off.
And, yeah,
should not
we have it for a couple, and it's funny because people sometimes ask me like if I feel Italian because of like my heritage, right? I have like a lot of Italian grandparents, great grandparents, and it is small things like that that are still in the family. Like let's say a third of my uncles actually speak Italian. Like my
Alright.
mom speaks Italian, but my dad doesn't. Like I have a few uncles that do.
Okay.
My grandparents all do, or most of them do. Well, they're dead, but they used to. But
Dead
wha-
Italians.
the small things are there where like my family in comparison to all other Peruvian families are more like about doing this kind of shit. Still not like in Italy.
Yeah.
But small like cultural things, or for example, I noticed when I was having dinner with Italians one time and I did an exchange semester in Portugal, and the table was everyone just talking loudly
Yeah.
on top of each other, just like, no, this and this, like getting really intense. And I was like, oh, I feel like a family reunion. Like this is so
Yeah.
common in
Yeah.
in my family.
There's
People were
warmth.
like, but all Peruvian families are like this, like very
Really quiet.
proper and yeah.
Wow.
It depends on the subculture, I guess, but they're way more like quiet and respectful and let the elders speak kind of thing. Where I think my family was more like fucking yeah. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect Peruvian people to be like this. Actually, I
90.
thought
Yeah,
they
I
were
thought
like
it was,
the teen, like
96%
Hey, what about
Catholics, bro.
Swiss family?
Yeah, very,
they just don't talk.
very noisy, very noisy.
Yeah.
Right up until 9 p.m. and then it just shuts down.
They all do their taxes together. you know.
See, that's everybody's like, oh, the taxes, huh? You guys love it, and then you make money, and then people are like, oh, who's laughing now? I guess
Yeah,
just because no one has the money to actually file for taxes to get a return. That's what's up. Switzerland.
That-
Alright, I wish I had the Swiss funds. People assume I have. I wish that would make it life so much easier.
the Swiss, yeah.
Oh,
Dude, that's if you're a waiter in Switzerland, you're making like 5k
Fortune.
euros,
at least,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
5k euros a month after
Policeman
taxes.
entry level like 6K.
But also your rent is 2,000.
Yeah, but no, it's not. You still like
Make good money.
you still make like the standard of living there is insane. Like it's.
Shit.
I had friends that because I did my master's there, right? So I had friends that were doing internships and they were making like 3k after taxes. And sure, rent is like 1,200 and groceries are like 800, but you're saving
I think it turned
1,000.
off again.
Boys, what questions did you have lined up for us?
Alright, we had a couple. So you guys met at this like open mic that you were doing.
Yeah.
And why did you stop the open mic? Like, what happened? You just
Oh,
6 months in, you're
we,
like, fuck
we got
this shit.
canceled at
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, here we
Oh.
go. Okay.
so we got kicked out of that venue because a certain comedian who shall not be named because of
We can.
her privacy, but
You can blur
a
it.
really dark comedian.
Okay.
Yeah, a really dark comedian. She made a joke about sexual assault for
Here we go.
babies,
Oh.
Ooh.
That's
and
the big
she
one.
did a whole set about that topic.
Big
And
one.
then the bartender, when we finished the show, was crying.
Crying.
Wow.
Yeah. So the joke didn't work, which is fine.
No, it worked. I mean, he cried.
Yeah. No, he didn't cry laughing. I mean, it happens. The
That
joke
was the
won't-
misdirect at the end of the joke. The real punchline is actually outside.
Yeah, but it was like one of those things where like the venue was already very sensitive and they were a collective. For example, it wasn't owned by a person; it was owned by a collective. So you can already tell they were like very hippies and all about like energy.
When you say
cleanse.
collective, everyone's like, oh, hippies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Listen, if you don't have money to buy a bar,
Collectively.
hippies.
and also other people had been like starting to do more like mental health shows there.
Oh my god.
Which for
She
me
just
is
destroyed
always,
it.
it's always the death of comedy because it starts to like kind of like pretend that there's something like
Mm.
like you can do like if you do too much activist comedy, it can kind of like obscure from the fact that in the end it's about being funny. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they told us like, hey, this was too much. It was too dark, and they were like, you're out. You guys are out.
Oh
And
shit.
so we stopped doing it there, but then we moved it to La Minga.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I remember.
This
Yeah.
bar, yeah.
And then we did La Minga for like a year or so. And then La Minga started getting full of a bunch of shows, and it was kind of hard venue to work with. Sometimes they closed for like water repairs or something.
Okay.
And then we found the current venue that we have, which I think is perfect because it's
Yeah, it's super nice.
The
I
Black
love it.
Wedding.
yeah.
It's really
If you
nice.
have 40 people, it's packed.
Yeah.
It's a great show. If you-
Great venue, man.
Great venue, especially in the summer. Is
Yeah.
perfect.
yeah.
With the
There's
outdoors.
a show tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a show
Check
tomorrow.
it out. Oh,
Yeah, check
it's
it
gonna,
out.
It's gonna be it's gonna be in next week. But hey, no, we're gonna release
Yeah,
it every Sunday.
it's a
every
weekly show,
Sunday.
so
It's
you can
every
check it
Sunday.
out.
Yeah, every Sunday
check it
at
out.
Black Betting Bar. If you're at betting, you can go.
I might also start a weekly show. Not a weekly, a monthly show.
Monthly show.
So yeah. By the time this episode comes out, I will probably have quit on it already. He would have kids.
When this
won't-
episode-
There won't be any shows anymore, but
Do
yeah.
you guys also have any like solo like soon to do if you want?
Do you want
We're-
plugins?
We're actually doing. We're starting a
Split bill.
like a split, basically a double bill. I wouldn't call it a split bill. We're both doing 45s bi-weekly at Black Betting Bar every Wednesday.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So
What's
yeah,
the name of the show?
almost good people live.
okay.
It's
Oh,
gonna
just
be-
like the podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh,
like the pod.
nice.
And I think there's a good. Actually, let's bring the recording stuff so we can maybe have like a segment at the end of
Yeah.
just this. Great to have.
Are you
Jesus.
guys coming to the podcast festival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
you're
need
also
to. We
going
need to
with
start
us?
promoting that. By the way.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Hopefully this comes out before that. Please come up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show.
we're also.
We're also going there.
Yeah.
We're gonna see each other there.
Which day? Which
Podcast.
day are you
I
there?
don't even know.
Thursday.
I think 19th. No.
19th. okay.
Thursday
No,
on.
actually, let me double check because I think we might have a double bill that.
Your
We'll
phone is
cancel.
all black and white.
Yeah, it's supposed to make it less addicting. 12th. So we're good. Thursday, 12th.
Well, I have a solo actually on the 12th. So if after the Podfest you guys want to see me do a solo,
Whoopsie doopsie.
yeah, you just come up to me after the show and actually leave with me. And
Wow, that's the worst. That's the worst part about being a comedian is scheduling.
How do you exactly?
Yeah.
How do you? because
schedule the?
how do you?
You just
manage
say
the
yes to
scheduling?
everything, and then you're like, "Oops, I have to cancel." That's
Shit.
the strategy. You just say yes to
Yeah.
everything, and then be like,
No.
"Fuck."
But like,
Yeah.
like for example, for you, Ludwig, how do you like manage all these shows in one day? Like,
You look like a manager, by the
Yeah.
way. You look
Thank
like you
you,
could
yeah.
manage.
you
this.
should
Honestly,
maybe be
that-
the manager.
I
Manager
worked in engineering, and
Mm.
the whole planning. It actually helps. Like, just I'm a very organized guy, and I kid you not. I think one of the most used apps on my phone and computer is Google Maps, just because I take like 10 to 15 minutes every day just to run the numbers. It's like, all right, first show here, then it takes like 5 minutes late. Host does 15 to 20. I'll be out then. Then I will like commuting. Like especially I did it on the way here. Bruno was listening to music, and I was just crunching the numbers of how to get from one show to the other.
Oh my God.
It's like
This is also what happens when you do 5 shows a night. You know?
Yeah.
It's just-
I guess you got to do this because otherwise you're just gonna miss
my
the whole
God.
5.
I remember
Yeah,
when
you
we
go-
were at the barbecue, and you're like, "Oh, this place is really close to Chaos."
Chaos Comedy.
And he was like, "Yeah, that's how Ludwig travels around Berlin. He just knows like open mics, and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is I'm close to
He
Yeah.
doesn't know
Just-
Mitte
Yeah.
Z-Bar, you know?
That's Mitte.
that was so funny. I was in Neukölln and I was on a date, and the girl was like, "Oh, do you know any bars around here?"
Oh, dude.
And I was like, "Actually, I know probably all of the worst bars. I don't know any of the nice ones." And she's like, "Okay, let's go to one where you didn't do comedy." And I pulled up the map, and I kid you not, within like a
All green
like,
points.
and within like a 1 kilometer radius, I was like, "Honestly, this is gonna be a tough one." Like,
I ran the numbers.
open at this hour and not a comedy venue. I'm like, I gotta be honest with you. We gotta leave the district.
Sometimes you go around Berlin, you think like, these are just like comedy shows. Like there are just comedy shows around, and also like Neukölln, like for example. I mean, Oblomov is not that bad bar. You can
Yeah, you can go there.
You can go there with a date.
Dude, Oblomov is also great because it's an Italian bar.
yeah.
So a lot of Italians go, and then you're chilling at the bar, and you hear a lot of people like, "Hey!"
Yeah.
It gives you
yeah.
energy.
Oblomov is a great bar.
I know either like Medusa is great,
Mm.
but basically for like dates or whatever, or even hanging out, I only know either comedy shows or like comedy bars
Yeah.
or bars which we go to after the comedy show. You know, like the one,
Okay.
like the one close to the wall. There's a really nice bar called Macondo, which is
Oh,
run
yeah,
by
around the corner.
Latinos, but it's just
Okay.
because the wall closes early, so then we go to that bar.
Makes
And I
sense.
try to avoid them, especially when you're on a date, because
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to run into you guys.
Oh.
Oh
I
my
just
God,
like,
dude.
I don't know. It sounds personal.
The comedians when they see you on a date, they're like, ah.
yeah, exactly. They're the worst people. They're like, "Oh, Ludwig, huh? Are you guys doing it?" And you're like, "Oh God, just." So I'm
Leave
just
me alone.
Did that ever happen? No, I don't know.
no, not really, but
Okay.
I could anticipate this. Well, it did actually. Yeah, like one, I was on at a bar where there was a comedy show, which like my mistake by picking that one. And then one guy was like making them some silly jokes, and the day was already not going well. And then this definitely didn't help. So I was like, okay, now no more bars where there's a comedy show. And that's when I realized like I don't know a lot of bars that are not comedy related.
Did you ever bring a date to a comedy show?
No, fuck that.
No?
Fuck that.
Never happened.
That's
Oh.
such a bad idea. No, because
No.
it distracts you from your set so much.
Yeah, I
man.
think it's such a bad idea. You know.
Mm.
I mean, it's a test to see if you can still focus on the comedy when there's someone
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
but
especially if it's like at the beginning, like because I had like one girl. She came to. She asked me, "Can I come to one of your show?" And like, all right, let me choose the show at least. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna, if it's Valentin Stuber,
yeah.
but it's a boat. I can say, yeah, come, whatever. It was fine. It was nice. It
I
was
would say it's
nice.
good to do it after you've already been on a few dates with her and it's already like no
Yeah.
pretense. But if you're like, I have to do well,
Dude.
I also don't like. I don't think I would do that. I would be like, I do my thing, and if you don't like it, well, all right.
I don't know if I can say this story, but yeah, one girl I was dating, she came like then we stopped dating.
Because of your performance.
No,
She watched your mom and
We
she
were
was like,
dating and then
no,
we
no, no.
stopped.
yeah.
But then she came to a show because she's also friend with other people in the comedy scene. I don't want to say the name. And
Okay,
she
I
came.
know who it, I know.
And I was like, she was like, hey, I'm like, all right, this is gonna be tough. And she didn't come alone. She brought her mom to the show because
Oh my
her mom was
God.
visiting,
Oh my god.
and they saw me doing these sex jokes because that was my
But they-
martini at the
Oh my
time.
God.
But did you had you met the mom at some point?
Yeah, I did.
And dude, and she was like, yeah, I know you. I'm like,
I know you.
You're the ex. You broke her
My
heart.
mom is
dude.
like, I know you, motherfucker.
and then I went to stage. She was like, yeah, that's what Italians do with the vaginas.
that's so
In front of her
bad.
mom.
The mom was like, you were dating that?
And he told me, like, girl, she was not laughing at all, but the mom was laughing.
That's honest. But that's a win.
That's a win,
That's
that's
a
a win,
cool
yeah.
mom.
But
You
that's the
won,
thing.
you
That,
won.
Yeah.
that's why I don't like it because those kind of things will take over a little bit at least of your attention. And I want to be 100%. Like I recently, a girl I was kind of not like into, but I kind of had like a bit of a crush on. She just showed up at a show, and I was like,
All right. It's gonna be fun, Joe.
Why are you here? Like, I'm just gonna pretend that you're not here.
Yeah, that's how you do. Yeah.
But
It's hard to
I was gonna
mental.
say a best bar for dates. It not any. I don't know if for you guys as much
Where?
as for us, but Medusa, Space Medusa, because they don't. They only have comedy shows like once a week.
But all the comics hang out there all the time.
The thing is, in like, I think you can avoid it nowadays. They don't hang out there as much.
Sure.
And the other thing is, we used to do a lot of shows there, so the bartender know us a lot of the times.
Oh.
And there's nothing cooler at a date where the bartender's like, "Hey, what's up, Bruno?" And like, and
Yeah,
they-
2 in a week? Let's go.
yeah, when they do that, it's not
You're done.
like,
Another one, but he just
Is that Tiffany? Or
yeah, exactly. Matilda, nice to meet. Oh, she's not Matilda. Tiffany. I don't know, one of those. Matilda, Tiffany.
oh, you're a second Tiffany.
Oh, are you his girlfriend or his wife?
I never dated a Tiffany.
Oh man.
Would you like that?
I don't know. It sounds very white. I don't know if you like that. You have a Tiffany. That you're, I know. I'm a
Would you
girlfriend.
like
I
to?
mean,
That's so funny. That reaction. Well, would you like to? Well, is there something?
That's so serious.
Dude, I have
Would-
Is that your dream?
Yeah. Listen, man, we never talk dreams,
What?
but is that all it
I
takes
can
for?
make a few phone calls
Yeah,
if you
I
want. Like,
I know it, Tiffany, man. We can make this happen. Is this your dream?
I haven't dated the Syrian yet. Where are all the female refugees, bro? Because every time I meet a Syrian,
they're
it's
running
a dude.
away. They're running away
Every time
from
I meet
you.
a Syrian, it's a dude. I've never met a cute Syrian chick. Like, what is
Well,
this?
you could ask them, Mazzo.
No, fuck you.
Oh, Tommaso! Dio mio!
Shit. No. It's, I'm done. I'm done.
You were sheltering them?
But anyway, yeah. You
No,
pick,
there are Syrian. There are
Remember
Syrian
when the
females.
mom came to the comedy show?
There are Syrian.
you
females
pick
just-
Louisa? That was
I'm
your-
dating. I'm now in a relationship with a German. Like I dated
never-
Syrians here.
I never
dated
told you
Syrians.
like
I dated a
your
Syrian girl.
girlfriend name is my same name of my grandma.
Really?
I always
Oh,
think
that's
it's kind of-
nice. Like
I
no,
never told you, because nobody gives a fuck.
Because it's absolutely useless and unrelated content. Maybe that's why you never told him. It's like, oh, I forgot to tell you this absolutely useless piece of
Yeah, I
information.
never told you. I used to have those same socks.
Is that gonna change anything in your relationship? Are you gonna think of my
I'm not gonna say anything,
grandmother?
but our views now is gonna go up.
Yeah.
Now every time he fucks his girlfriend, he's gonna think about your grandma.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
I saw her in her picture. They
Yes.
have a picture.
Yeah, she's there. Yeah.
Say my name. Yours or Tomaso's grandmother? This is. I feel like this is This is what the people expected of a Broy podcast. Finally.
I've been in dates with Italian girls, but I've never dated an Italian girl. Like,
You cannot
What
date
does that
Italian
mean?
girls. That's,
you cannot
I
date it.
cannot, man.
You've
That's-
been on a date
that's a
one
bunch
time.
Of drama.
or
Okay,
just-
we should not-
No, dude, Italian. Like,
Oh my god,
like,
we lost all the Italians.
man, I met.
I date Italian women. No, all right.
I went on this one date with an Italian girl, and it was like, vibe was great, whatever. And then she started to tell me, like, I told her how, like, I always, like, she asked me if I know how to cook, and I was like, I cook always like simple things, really quick. Like, I'll make some like pasta with like sofrito really quick, like 20-30 minutes. And she was like, how do you make sauce in 30 minutes? And I was like, I fry the onion, the garlic, I put the tomato. And she was like, no, I'm from Bologna. It takes us like 10 hours to make the salsa.
Oh,
And I was like, honestly, that's so hot. I was like, when she was telling me, dude, she started explaining.
10 hours?
Dude, she started explaining how she cooks pasta, and I was like, "Can you be my wife?" I don't know if I want to date you, but I know I want you to be my wife. Like this is
so funny.
This is how Bruno jerks off. She just looks up tutorials for sauces on
Dude, she
YouTube.
was like, at some point, she was like, sometimes I leave it overnight, Bruno. And I was like,
Oh, you got me there.
Not overnight.
I was like, Mamma mia.
That's not what you're supposed to do.
Peruvian, like, all right.
Fucking
Such a
hell.
good note to
What
end
a
this.
way to end this
Dude,
episode.
Horrendous.
tell me back, baby.
Nice,
Not for a
guys.
date, just for dinner. Like,
So,
Yeah, guys, make
thank
sure
you
to
for
follow
coming.
them
That
on
was- that was fucking
Instagram,
fun.
Bruno and Ludwig.
Yes. Yeah,
Every
guys.
Sunday and solo coming up.
Just on my Instagram, Ludwig Comedy.
Bruno Mazzini comedy, baby.
Yes.
These guys.
Tommaso Ferrari.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you for having us,
Aladdin
guys. This was a
Mohammed.
great episode. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's almost high, people.
Yeah, almost high.
Hi, it's good, people.
Sweaty.